Hello in TV land, is ya boy, Freelancer Joe, ready to once again get crackin'. And welcome to this special, very special Thanksgiving Day episode. Actually, it's not really special, it's just going to be more of the same. But then again, more of the same is exactly why you're here. I'm sure you're thinking, Freelancer Joe, a Thanksgiving Day episode? What dedication to the craft? What loyalty to the audience? To which I say, yes, I know. Thank you. And I also know that on days like these, my loyal and wonderful audience is starved for entertainment and content. The Thanksgiving Day parade, football games, meh. You want the good stuff. And Freelancer Joe is always going to be here to give you the good stuff. In fact, I think the only thing that would rival me for quality good stuff is the 24-hour marathon on TBS of A Christmas Story, which I don't know if they still do that. I'm guessing they do. It seems like a kind of traditional thing. But then again, it just goes to show you how long it's been since Freelancer Joe partook of the standard traditional stuff, if they stopped doing it years ago, which is entirely possible. Although, if they did still do it, that would probably be the only thing that would have prevented me from doing an actual Thanksgiving Day episode, if I was watching it myself. But, well, one, I don't have cable, so no TBS. And two, as it turns out, Freelancer Joe has his own copy of A Christmas Story, something I discovered while I've been doing my digital media conversion. Yes. How y'all doing today? Great and wonderful. I'm recording this just around lunchtime, so I assume now people are getting into the hot and heavy of doing the food preparation, although it'll probably still be another hour or so before the video gets uploaded. But while we're talking about that, let me go ahead and minimize stuff and continue asking how y'all doing. Yeah, it's a cold one outside. I did actually step outside for a skosh, a wee bit. Something I had to pull out of the car. Well, actually, there was something I thought I had to pull out of the car, but it turns out I really didn't have to pull it out of the car. Turns out I was fine. But yeah, it's you got the overcast gray skies, the trees are bare, or the ones that still have leaves. It's the very few, and it's the brown ones now. Feeling very much like late November / Thanksgiving, which is great. Presuming you like the cold weather. And if you don't, well, I would question some things about you. No, I have an open mind. I understand that people have different perspectives. But the cold weather suits Freelancer Joe just fine. Perfectly even. Alright. You'd think on a holiday, I'd be able to drag out my boilerplate a little bit longer. Not boilerplate, my jibber jabber, my idle chatter? Yeah, maybe I'm just really super hyper-focused right now. That's why I'm actually recording early, because as you can no doubt tell by my enhanced and jacked musculature that I have finished my workout, my training, I even did my chores too, a day early. I think the danger is, on a day like today, no less, let me see, if I don't do anything, I'll probably just take a nap and stay asleep. In which case, then I run the risk of not actually recording an episode, and I have the commitment to you. And then, of course, my plan is to go into work tomorrow, so if I don't keep moving today, then my body might just shut down and say, hey, we're not doing anything tomorrow, and blah, 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 blah. So, gotta keep moving. I can shut down tomorrow once I get back from work. Although it does raise the question of what exactly I'm going to do after my training. So normally I do my training, and then the chores, and then I record the Gaming with Joe session, And then I have my binge/cheat meal and pass out from a carb coma. But without the chores, I don't know. It's going to be a long period of time. I'll feel it between finishing up the Freelancer Joe episode and my binge meal, because I have to try to wait at least 24 hours between meals. That's part of what makes my diet so rigorous. It's not rigorous because I don't do anything. Challenging? Trying. I guess trying's probably the best word. Alright, what are we doing? Well, so I believe we finished up at least the majority of the calendar event lambda and API gateway. So now we need to integrate that in with the demo UI. So let's go ahead and look for the gateway URL. Really? You're not going to tell me? You're just going to go right to that? Stages. Okay, there's the URL. And we'll have to remember to add the actual endpoint onto the URL. So now let's bring up the I'm moving and doing stuff, but I'm not actually like, super energetic right now. Not that I'm going through the motions either, but why rush? It's Thanksgiving. You give thanks for the blessings that you've received or hope to receive. Oh, I already have that integrated in there. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. No, wait. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Wow. I think ahead. Now, normally, as much as Freelancer Joe is one for introspection, and I am, introspection for things I should be thankful for don't do too often, believe it or not. I think it's mostly because every time I pass by a mirror, it's pretty obvious how much I've been given and how much I should be thankful for. I suppose, what's the other thing? It's the karma thing, On the one hand, you should be thankful, but on the other hand, if you say, well, I got this, I got this, I got this, I got this, that's like, at least for me, it's one of those things where it seems like that's when life decides to say, you think you got that, don't you? Well, guess what, sucker? Alright, so let us copy this URL. We'll place it in the configuration file. So basically in the demo, when I wired it up when I did my initial wiring for the call to the endpoint, I just copied the stuff I had for my contact form. So most of it's already wired up. So this is the configuration for, let me see, contact form proxy. So we should have, what was it? Calendar event proxy? Calendar demo proxy. All right. / calendar demo proxy. Actually, let's bring up the demo first, because that'll take a little while. And that will give us time to just talk and chat and enjoy each other's company. NPM start. What do you think, mango or coconut? Well, let's keep on working on mango. I'm almost about done with the mango. So the other new flavor is watermelon. Watermelon? Watermelon. I'm curious to see how that's going to turn out. So I got 2 coconuts, and then 1 mango and 1 watermelon. And the mango's pretty good. And the coconut's pretty good too. I have to make up a decision about whether or not I'm going to continue purchasing LaCroix solely or just do a mix of the two. Because they're different and the same, which is nice. Always good to keep things varied, which is a funny thing to say for somebody who has a very who likes a routine. But you gotta mix things up, even just a little bit, every now and then. In fact, as much as I'm trepidatious about starting my new project on the 3rd, it really is about time that I shake things up professional-wise. Alright, so this still comes up. We still probably... Okay, that's fine. It's still doing the... not loading the events the first time. Or it is, but it's not refreshing. That's alright. Should have seen an error, I think. Yeah. Okay. So we have the endpoint in there. That's bueno. Now, we need to actually change the call because 2 things. One is the calendar, or the code right now, well, 3 actually. The code right now was configured for the contact form, so I commented it out with the actual request. So we need to uncomment that and make an actual request. The second thing is the contact form request was a post, and we actually need to do a get now. And the third thing is we need to pass in a parameter. So util, let me see. I've got post async. That's the method I was using. So I need to use, let me double check to make sure I should have a fetch async. That's the one I want. Okay. So calendar, no, not you. This guy. No, not this guy. This guy. Alright, okay. So instead of importing, oh, I already imported fetch async. Okay. So we use fetch async. That's good. Look up calendar events, request data. And we don't actually use request data. So we could probably remove that. Oh, this is interesting. I wonder why I don't bother doing this anymore. Oh, that was left over from when I was trying to figure out the API / Lambda integration. Okay, so we change this to a get. We'll clean the et. I always have problems with the G. Body stringify request data, whatever. Promise resolve, whatever. Return fetch async. Okay, so the first call is not going to work. That's fine. I just want the actual call to occur. We'll leave in that comment for now. Comment out the dummy events. So I'm not worried about it actually correctly getting the results and processing it and putting it in the calendar. I actually just want to see it make the call and the message to come back, and then we'll deal with, or the response to come back, and then we'll deal with the response later. of course, since we're not using request data, what we're actually using is a parameter. So now we need to modify the parameter that gets called. URL equals URL plus the endpoint, which is contact form proxy. No, that's already in there. No, we need the actual parameter that we're adding. So event month index, and for now we're just going to hard code it to 10. So let's see, would that work? URL is going to equal the endpoint plus event month index equals 10. We created a request for a get, and we fetch the request. Alright, so that should work. So much power. I have to learn to restrain myself. I do my best, but it's tough. It's tough. Okay, whoop console. Let's bring this up. Let's clear this out. Alright. And let's do a refresh, see what happens. Ooh, so what are y'all making today? You got the turkey and the stuffing and the biscuits and the pie. Head or get request cannot have a body. Okay, fair enough. So if that's the case, then we don't need this. And then that means we don't need this. Let's try that again. Alright, so what was I talking about? I was talking about food. Of course I was talking about food. Love talking about the food. Almost as much as I love... No, not as much as I love eating the foods. So it didn't make the call. Alright, would it make the call? That was a warning. It's fine. Calendar. Server did not respond to request. After 9 seconds, giving up. Okay, was this the right one? Okay, so it did respond. Or that's the right URL. Or that's the right, yeah. Server did not respond to request get. Was my timeout too quick? That was the error. Really, it didn't come back. Did I not specify a timeout? Access start. With settings, headers. Access fail. I think I maybe didn't wait long enough. There's something about the get that I didn't do right. Unreachable code, that's fine. Server did not respond to GET request. I suspect there's something with how... This is the first time I've actually done a GET in my code base. Oh, ooh, what a good looking man. Oh, even better. Whoa, okay. What? No. CFG requests timeout. Run promise with timeout. Probably because I didn't specify a timeout. Probably. So how long do you think we should wait? 5 seconds? I think 5 seconds is about right. Which is odd. You'd think it would do something else instead. 5,000 because it's in milliseconds. So I was talking about food, right? Yeah, turkey and stuffing and biscuits and gravy and mashed taters and oh, that looks better. I believe that's the actual parsing error, message response error. Okay, so did we get something back? AWS success, query success. Receive JSON, let's see what we got back. We got back content, one item. Is this our event? Yes, our manual event. Nice. Okay, so let's see. How did it try to process it? What error did we get? So it checked if it did not have message, throw an error. Otherwise, body equals, okay. So the thing is, then this gets passed back to the reducer, and the reducer saying, hey, there's nothing in here, or more accurately, this is not what I was expecting. Where's my reducer? It should be in the internal manager for reducer, right? So let me see. Calendar event lookup, if it's successful, action, results, dot slice. And what does the action say? What does the action take for its parameters? Action.results.slice. So it's expecting to get an array back, but I'm passing it a JSON object with an attribute called body, which contains the message. So instead of that, let's go ahead. We'll put the message in there. That's fine as the body. And then events is going to equal JSON dot content dot items slice. Now, is that capital C? Content's lowercase, but items is uppercase. Content dot items dot slice, which should duplicate it, and then in the reducer, it's going to say results as action. Passing results. Results dot events. That's what I want. Results dot events. The doggies are up and about. Okay, but first, there's entirely a chance that I need to do more error checking here. Okay. So if the response does not have content, then we know we've got a problem. And if the items themselves, because we could have an empty array. I want to make sure that we have an array though. Okay, so if not JSON, no. If not JSON dot content dot items, there we go. The response that I've expected, I'm gonna call it items property. And I do not believe we need this anymore. Well, I'm going to leave that particular comment there because that's very important for me to remember, because I still have to do some sort of conversion at a later point. So we'll move this up. Yeah. Later, actually we'll put it up here, because I'm probably going to need to massage those results a little bit, because I don't want the front end or the view page itself to be actually doing that kind of processing. Let's see how that goes. Oh, that's surprisingly slow. After 5 seconds, really? Should I have given you longer? Go to Charlie. Fine, clear that out. Let's go back to calendar. Action.results. Oh, really? I didn't change that? Silly, silly Joe. Let's try that again. So if we get that timeout thing again, that's fine. Action results dot events, right? That's what I put it in. Yeah, events. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, warning, warning, warning. Query success, calendar event lookup. Alright, so the updated state now, does it have that particular event? AWS, alright. Results, alright. Calendar, alright. Events, one event, okay. And the event is manual event title. Nice, alright. So what does that mean? That means we successfully called the API gateway for my UI. The gateway talked to the Lambda, and the Lambda talked to Dynamo, and pulled it back and sent it back. My UI received the response from the gateway and successfully placed it within the application state. Awesome. So now what I need to do is, well, I'm going to have to massage this just a little bit to actually be a date. And then I modify the calendar to actually use the events within. Actually, I've started using it. So the format's just not correct. Oh, wow, okay. So I'm even further along than I thought. Nice. But we are just about at the 30-minute mark, and I'm sure you all are eager to get to your turkey and stuffing and pumpkin pie and biscuits and gravy and mashed potatoes and cream peas and all the good stuff. So I will wrap this up for now and let you go. I hope you join me tomorrow. I'm not going to dig into this because tomorrow's Gaming with Joe. And if I do any off-camera work, it's going to be more of the view stuff. So this shouldn't be too different the next time we get back to this. But cool kid words about liking and subscribing, commenting, and suggesting. I hope that you have a wonderful Thanksgiving and that you join me real soon, hopefully tomorrow. And until the next time you join me, that you take care and God bless.